right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. This is their first game against Detroit this season.
Last year, as expected, they had very little trouble against these guys.
Now here's Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Duren. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Here's Beverly, following the score by Detroit. Durant, and it falls all over the rim and in.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Substitution on the court.
Now here's White. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Eric Spoelstra and I got a chance to catch up for a bit. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
And Allie, thank you for that. Pass to Durant. Here's Prince. Fires from deep. First shot won't go. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Outside White. Back to Cunningham. There's the three. Miami grabs the miss.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Pass to Prince. And here's Johnson. Three-pointer. Excellent D there from Toppin.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Over to the wing. Back to Cunningham. Now here's White. Lets it fly. No good. A bit long that time.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Miami trailing. Pass to Prince. Adebayo with it. Guarded by Toppin. He shoots. And again, no good by Miami.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
Now here's Duren. Shoots over Johnson. They get it back. Pass to Holland. Down low. And the dunk by Duren.
That is what they want from Duren. Spike it, young fella.
Heat trailed by 5. Outside Johnson. And he lobs it up. Marks no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Now here's Duren. Over Johnson. Duren, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Durant. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Now Garland. No made baskets yet. The kick out to White. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Pass to Parks. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Garland looking around. And they pick up 2.
Slithery inside. Garland has that short area quickness.
Heat trail by 7. Here's Parks. Johnson for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Garland with the ball. Elbow shot. Hauled in by McGee.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Pass to Durant. Duran with the rebound. The Pistons lead by 7. And here's Garland. Lets it go. Again, Garland missing. Here's Parks. Pass to McGee. And here's Robinson. Here's the 3. The kick out to Johnson. Beyond the arc. Oh, he can't sink it. He's 0 for 3. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for Detroit. Here's White. To the inside. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
Heat trail by 7. And Grant, the Heat, last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Now here's Cunningham. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Cunningham's got his second basket on the night.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
And so it's Erik Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So both teams changing it up here. Now here's Fultz. Outside Hardaway. To get back on track. Uses the glass that time. It's good.
The midi went down easy for Hardaway Jr.
The Pistons lead by 7. Pass to Reed. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Here's Prince. Still no points. 18 feet out. Count that one. Now Johnson. Pass to Gay. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First personal foul.
Now here's Cunningham.
Team foul.
He's got 5. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 7. Fultz with it. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Prince. It's Warren on the wing. Puts it up from the high post. The shot off that time. And it's Detroit with the ball. Cunningham, left side. Johnson for three. Rebound, Miami.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Right wing. And here's Adebayo. Gay with a rebound.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Outside Johnson. And the jumper is on the mark. And the Pistons lead by 9. The Heat on offense. To the right side. Baseline try. Adebayo, no good. And it's Detroit with the ball. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Cunningham. It's stolen by Warren. Here we go. Here's Adebayo. Finished off the break.
Well, Adebayo usually has the advantage over other bigs when it's time to run.
Outside Johnson. Back to Cunningham. Inside. The three is up. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Pistons
17.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pistons.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
It's stolen by Johnson. Three-pointer. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Parks uses the glass to finish the layup. Parks got his second basket of the game.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Robinson. Yet to see a basket. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Gay. Oh, using his size. Look at Cunningham.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of from Cunningham.
Stand the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
And so it's Detroit with it after the basket by Miami. Here's Freeman. Shot clock at 6. Back to Cunningham. The Pistons need to get one up quick. From deep three-point range, Freeman misses.
If he keeps taking shots from that far out, I think the coaching staff might just find a spot for him on the bench.
Yeah, you have to understand what you're good at and play within yourself. He just did the opposite.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Outside Johnson. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Robinson on the wing. Three-pointer off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And that's an intentional foul. And the NBA has made a significant investment in the G League over the years. Grant, you can really see the impact it's had.
Yeah, BA, and it's grown into a real minor league for the NBA. The NBA needed something like that for a long time, and it's helped the product.
The kick out to White. Yeah. And a nice assist from Garland. White's got 5 now.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Pass to Durant. Fade away. And the shot's good.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot off.
White looking it over. Outside Garland. Back to White. Out to the right wing. Shoots from the baseline. And the shot is good by Garland.
And I know this isn't the shot Garland wanted, but just goes to show how easily he can adapt.
Pass to McGee. To the paint. Oh, they get a hand on it. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
Substitution on the court.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Here's Holland. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Garland. Called in by McGee. Heat trail by 12. Pass to Durant. Durant owning the inside.
Durant just going to work inside, outsmarting the defense and getting the close range look.
There's a screen by Toppin. Here's Garland. From 13 feet, down it goes. Garland's got 4 points now in the quarter. Now here's Vincent. Over Toppin. Holland with a rebound. The Pistons lead by 12. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And the shot is good by Garland.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
And so it's Erik Spoelstra with the timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Let's hear it from all the dancers. Substitutions for your team.
Pass to Adebayo. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
But Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
Garland, no good. Heat trail by 12. Now Durant. He has 6. Durant draws the double. 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Miami.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Outside White. Up and over Hardaway. White can't hit. And here are the Heat now. Down by 12. It's off to Boston after this one, where they will face the Celtics. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
When Bam gets it around the hoop, he knows what to do.
Now here's Garland. Give him 8 points now. There's the triple. And he misses. Only 2 for 6.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And the ball out of play. The Pistons will have it. Both teams deciding to change it up. Detroit leading by 10. Cunningham outside. Pass to Toppin. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Second team foul. Now in the game, number 9.
Cunningham with the ball. He's got 10. Top it inside. Park pulls it in. Outside Johnson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. They've got numbers. It's tipped and stolen by Durant. And they're pushing it up. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Cade Cunningham picks that one up. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. Here's Cunningham. Oh, Cade powers it in.
Great touch there from Cunningham. He's so skilled.
Heat trailed by 10. Up top, Johnson. Pulls it. And again, no good by Miami.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Cunningham. A good look from Johnson. Rebound Miami.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Durant. Miami, no good that time either.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Outside Johnson. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Show some love for your Heat dancers.
Clock at 2. He's still feeling it. And it's Cunningham missing. Heat trailed by 10. .34 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Prince. Here's McGee. Duren with a rebound. And here's Cunningham. 12 points for him. Here's Holland. Here's Cunningham. From deep, Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Johnson's got 6 in the quarter. And so that's the end of the first half. The Pistons on top. They lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pass to Warren. Over Johnson. Drills the elbow jumper.
Oh, love the confidence Warren had on that shot. He knows how consistent he is at that range.
Now here's Cunningham. From deep. Adebayo grabs the board. Here's Parks. Pass to Adebayo. Up top, Robinson. Shoots over Johnson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Holland.
First team foul. Pistons substitution.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. From outside the arc. Three-pointer goes up, three-pointer goes down for White.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Well, Coach, how about the Erik Spoelstra story? Started as a video coordinator with the Heat back in '95. You were an assistant in Miami back then.
Yeah, look, Brian, even then, Erik is one of the rare guys that all of us on the staff knew right from the beginning that he had all the makings of a great coach. Players trusted him and had confidence in his ability to help them.
From the video room to the Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
Now here's Garland. Give him 8. Shoots over Robinson. Garland, no good.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Knocks it loose. Gets stolen by Garland. And now the Pistons in transition. Goes back up. Hauled in by McGee. Heat trailed by 11. Outside Durant. Pass to Parks. Garland comes with the double team. Now here's Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Here's LeVert. Miami making their last shot. Shoots over Robinson. LeVert, that's good.
Listed height might be 6'5" for LeVert, but he plays bigger than that with his leaping ability and desire.
And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for the Heat. 11-point game. The 3. They grab their own miss. Parks gets the bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And here's Detroit. They've led by as many as 14. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. Here's White. Outside for LeVert. From downtown, Kevin Durant pulls it in. Outside Robinson. To the middle. Johnson. Outside Durant. Puts it up. And play stops as it looks like an over-the-back call here.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. Easy over-the-back call.
Yeah, come on. He knows better than to commit that foul. If you don't have position, they're going to call that every time.
Left side White. And again, the Pistons missing. Heat trailed by 9. Vincent outside. The 3-ball. The rebound by Detroit. Now Garland. Give him 8. Pass to Gay. And the layup falls. Gay's got his first 2 points.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Durant. And Reed pulls it down. Detroit leading by 11. Garland with the ball. Pass to White. 6 to shoot. Back to Garland. The 17-footer. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
One of the most exciting guards in the NBA. Darius Garland's been an all-star in this league, a guy you build your offense around.
And Graham, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And here's White. Give him 8. Back to Garland. Puts up a 3. Hits the three-pointer. Garland's got 13.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Both teams will make substitutions. Heat trailed by 16. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Parks gets the bucket.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Right side Johnson. And too long on the shot. So it's Miami now. They trail by 16. Here's Adebayo. And Toppin pulls it down. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Back to Cunningham. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Well, you always want to play aggressive on the boards, but he was a little too aggressive that time.
Yeah, but I don't mind the guy battling down low. Let him know there's not going to be any easy rebounds.
Here's Parks. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Pass to Cunningham. Back to Johnson. Cunningham outside. Releases. And again, the Pistons missing. Heat trail by 14. Now here's Adebayo. He's got 6. Here's Parks. Rebound Detroit. They led by as many as 18. Cunningham on the wing. He's got 12. Pass to Duren. 2 points. That one goes. Duren's got 8.
Well, let me tell you something about Jalen Duren. This guy fears no one, and he plays with a mean streak.
Out to the right wing. Adebayo. A good-looking shot from the wing. Give him 8 points now. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They lead by 14. And he makes it.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Pass to Prince. Hardaway with it. Here's McGee with the drive. It's good. McGee's gotten his first basket of the night.
Yeah, and Hardaway isn't known for his passing, but he'll find you when you're open.
Here's Holland. Now Cunningham. Deflected. Pass to Parks. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here's Durant. 6 points for him. From the arc. That shot is off. Here's Marion. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Detroit. A sizable lead of 14 at the break.
The Pistons, 57.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Pistons lead by 14. Pass to Marion. White with it. Here's Johnson. Hauled in by McGee.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Now Durant. Screen by Durant. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
And here are the Heat now, following the score by Detroit. Robinson for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Outside White. Back to Johnson. Pass to Duren. Clock at 6. And T.J. Warren is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitutions for your evening.
Here's Johnson. Park pulls it in. Here's Adebayo. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Pass to Reed. Here's Marion. Off target with the three. Heat trailed by 13. To the inside. White with a steal. It's 2-on-1. This one for three. That shot missing. Now Adebayo. So both teams making some changes here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
So it's Miami now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Nice shot by Durant.
And KD getting to his spot there. He thrives in the mid-range.
Here's Holland. Pass to White. Takes a three. Oh, Robinson with a block. He pulls it. Detroit with a rebound.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Here's Holland. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
Okay, thanks, Allie. And he drops the first. And he makes both free throws. Heat trailed by 13. Pass to Parks. Right side Durant. Up again. They shoot again. Brents can't hit. And it's Detroit with the ball. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And Detroit making a change here.
Dance team in the NBA, your Miami Heat Dancers.
Miami on D. It's a 13-point game. Here's Cunningham. It's hauled in by the Heat. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Durant. Releases from 15. Gay with a rebound.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Outside Garland. Here's Gay. Back to Duran. Right side Garland. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cunningham. Hauled in by McGee. Heat trailed by 13. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Outside Durant. McGee a screen. Jacks up a three. KD splashes the triple.
For years, Durant has spoiled us with his incredible shot-making ability.
Garland with the ball. Pass to Cunningham. Again the miss by Cunningham. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. Here's Parks. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Parks got 11 in the second half. Detroit leading by 8. And here's Cunningham. Cunningham going to work inside.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul of the game.
And they're just one foul now away from the penalty.
Now into the lineup for the Pistons.
Up top, Durant.
Derek White.
19-footer. Again, the Heat score.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Pass to Duren. Outside White. Looking to get back on track. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
I like that from White. Attacking the heart of that defense.
And so it's Erik Spoelstra with the timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Heat trail by 10. Pass to McGee. Here's Parks. And here's Durant. And Cunningham pulls it down. And the Pistons pushing it up now. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Shakes him. Here he goes. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Yeah, once he gets momentum going towards the rim, Cunningham is hard to veer off course.
Pass to Adebayo. Shot on the wing. The Pistons clear it. They led by as many as 18. Now here's Cunningham. Outside White. To the paint. Here's Gay. Nails the baby hook. And now a 12-point Pistons lead.
You know, Derek White is what you call a combo guard. He can play on or off the ball. There we saw his passing ability.
Now here's Durant. Two open that time. They didn't look easy. Durant's got 9 points now in the second half.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Here's Cunningham. 6 to shoot. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I like it when Cunningham's looking to score. That puts the defenses into some tough positions.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Graham.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
And McGee with the stuff.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
And there's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Third personal foul. Penalty.
The free throw drops for Duren. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Now here's Cunningham. Now White. Inside. Holland. Good D by Adebayo. Parks. Back to Robinson. Fires the three. Knocks down the long J.
Well, Robinson doesn't need a lot of space or time to get off his shot. And, of course, his range is tremendous.
Now here's Cunningham. Steps back and shoots. Hauled in by McGee.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Here's Durant. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cunningham up top. So it's Detroit picking up the win. They played the villain